Hey, right here's a naked face guy like that. Punching pie. No, I think maybe you heard you might get punched in the eye. I don't know. Birthday beatings. Happy birthday, man. It's Pinche Crawford. What's up? Alright, you guys see that? That's a bundle of bales. Today's stream is basically dicking off. A friend of ours, you all know, we all know, Manson Adventures. I know about Manson dogs. Anyways, he posted a post in Railroad Spike Forging enthusiasts on Facebook. Posted a question that said, anybody ever thought or considered trying to make a railroad spike out of nails? And, you know, to be honest with you, the majority of the comments were, that's stupid, that's pointless. There's no point in doing that. That's retarded. Why would you waste your time? Blah, 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 blah. There's no use for it. You know, why's there got to be a fucking reason why we do anything? If you can make a railroad spike out of nails, you're a badass blacksmith. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try just because people said it was stupid. There's no point in doing it. Things like this that challenge your creativity, challenge your brain. I may fail making this, but I promise your ass I might learn something from this when I do fail. I might be able to figure out why I failed, or I might succeed and surprise the shit out of myself. But you won't know unless you try. So don't listen to the people that always say, oh, you can't do that, this, that, and the other. That's not. It is possible. They're just saying it because they're too damn scared to try it themselves. Or they don't want someone else to prove it is possible to make them look like a fucking idiot for saying it's not possible all this stuff. So I'm sorry about the rant. But we're going to fuck around today, excuse me, and make a railroad spike out of nails just because somebody on Facebook had to tell a friend of mine and come down to it that it can't be done. We're going to shut that up right now. It's not a waste of time. You know why? Because I will learn something from this. So what I got here, this can, kerosene, is what I dip everything in before I put flux on. And then this, I've got iron infused flux, iron shavings with borax. So basically all I do is get that a nice little dip in there, take that. You ever watch Sharap? I've seen it do it too. You might use diesel fuel, I'm not sure. The same process. It just helps flow the flux down to the inside. It keeps it on there. When you stick it in the forge, it melt and pull in. Okay, so we got a lot of gaps consolidated in this bundle of nails. You don't want to overflow these tabs so we don't have too much. But we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Y'all won't see the fireball on the floor. I know. Look at there. It's on fire. We're going to get them hot. Slightly hot. And we're going to throw some more flux on it. And let that flux get down in there. Alright, let's see what people say about my rant there. Hey, where's your chin? It's right there. You just can't see it all this time. No, the beard will come back. I just was so screwed up and fried. I told y'all I wanted to start over. Jeez. That's right, Rob. Nothing compares to actual experience. Yep, Dylan, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of twist in it to tighten it up, just like I would doing cable. You can't equals I dare you. That's right. $10 from Matt right there, Aimless. I'm gonna do it up, brother. All right, getting warm here. There's your nails. They'll heat up quickly. They will heat up quickly. You gotta get some flux all down in there. Brush the extra off. There we go. Rhett McLaughlin without a beard. I don't even know who that is. If I get rid of all of this, I look like a 12-year-old. Yeah, an older, uglier twin. Actually, I look younger without my beard. I actually look my age. That's right. I ain't gonna lie. Startled myself twice the day that I shaved it. Walked past the mirror 2 different times and I looked, what the hell? Oh. My kids, my dog, my little dog. I got 2 dogs, big dog, little dog. Big dog, I can't do nothing to discourage him to come jump on me. He loves me. I'm the greatest thing walking to that dog. But the small dog, she's pretty cool with me or whatever. When I shaved, that fucking dog's hair's been standing up since the day I shaved. She won't come near me. She just growls when she walks by me. She ain't got used to me without the beard yet. Square a little bit here. Trying to get it squared up, consolidate these nails in here a little bit. Flux down in there. Now I got it kind of square. I can put it in the vise. Bring it up to force melt temperature now. Put it in the vise. Give it a good twist. Roll my filler out. You guys should see my garden, man. My garden's looking awesome. Yeah, they're 16s. Just standard old non-galvanized 16s. That's how my little dog reacts to strangers too. She don't like anybody that doesn't live in our house. She doesn't like bite them or anything. She's scared to death of them. She's like, ah! But you know, I'm scared and runs the hell away and hides. You can't get within 8 feet of her. She ain't gonna come to you and bite you. She's gonna run the hell away from you. She ain't one of them, whoa, give me lovins. Oh, you touched me in the wrong place and bite your ass, dog. She's don't fucking touch me and get away from me. 12 bigger pieces without flux because you can get it in one heat and it doesn't build an oxide layer. When you start getting down to these little tiny pieces trying to forge weld them, you got trying to consolidate and weld it all at the same time is really difficult to do, so I suggest you use some flux on it. I know saying the word flux and borax is call out some folks that don't get them out of hiding where they at. $27 watch, only 10 likes. I guess y'all wait to see if I'm successful with the like button, right? Yeah, I gotta go do some picking today. Got some plants that are covered in stuff to pick off of. Tons of squash, zucchini. Had some fried green tomatoes last night, and that was awesome. Oh, it was good. Consolidated. Now I'm going full on welding these. I'm going to try and make it solid. If this doesn't work, I can just straighten all the nails back out and reuse it, right? I can just reuse the nails, right? It's feasible, right? That's right. Let's say SMR Smeretta Pekka. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yes, I agree. There's not a lot of creativity and passion that shows in people's work anymore. It's just go with the norm kind of thing. It's like, hey, think outside the box a little bit. Because thinking outside the box is where you're going to learn new stuff. You're going to figure things out. You're going to be like, ding, light switch just turned on. You know? One thing I've already learned from this is make sure both ends of the nail are secured properly. That way you don't get the stragglers. I've got 3 or 4 stragglers that are popped out, but I didn't make sure the point of the nail was welded properly to the bundle, so it's popped out. So now I've already learned something there, you know, that I haven't even finished welding it yet. I've already learned to just go back over it once you got it ready and make sure it's actually ready. It didn't save you a lot of work. I wouldn't be sitting here having to reconsolidate those nails back in, you know, had I paid more attention to that. The inner ones are welded. No, I alternated them. I've got heads at both ends. Smaller, lighter, faster hammer. Tiny little ball peen. I forgot about the camera again. You're right. Sorry. No, they're not stainless nails. But a lot of people buy stainless nails, especially people who live in the ocean. It's actually code. Stainless roof ties, stainless nails, all that stuff. Used to build docks, used to have to use that. Galvanized just wasn't good enough for the salt water. After Hurricane Floyd hit North Carolina, they changed the code. And every dock had to be upgraded. New hurricane clips, stainless nails, the whole works. That was when I was 19. Yeah, you want to etch it in ferrite first. Get a good etch so you get nice difference in layers. Then do a coffee soak. The reason the coffee's not lasting because it's wearing off. Once you get it down in the grain that you've opened up with the ferrite, it doesn't wear off near as easy. Yes, they are expensive. So I normally go a couple 30-minute cycles in my ferrite, 2-3 of them, something like that. In between each one, I take it inside, I wash it with hot water in steel wool or like a Scotch-Brite pad, and dry it completely. All wear gloves the whole time, that way you don't get oils back on it. Dry it completely, etch it again. I do that 2-3 times depending on how well the etch works on it. Then I'll leave it overnight in coffee. After the third etch, clean it just like you would if you were going to re-etch it. Then instead of putting it back in the etch, put it in the coffee. When I say coffee, I use the cheapest instant coffee you can find. I mean the dirt cheapest. If they've got it for 50 cents for a 15-pound container, that's what you want. That shit is unrefined like crazy. It has a really, really, really high acetic acid content, and it's just super bitter and terrible coffee. But that makes it awesome for etching. The higher the acetic acid content, the better it is for doing a coffee etch. So the cheapest instant coffee you can find. And I only get the containers that are about yay big, and I use half a container mixed with, I think, 40 ounces of 40 or 60 ounces of water. Depending on how big the container. I use a half a container. I make it super thick, super strong, super black, and this shit works great. Some of them are starting to weld. Yeah, we'll get it. We gonna get it, man. Somebody go share this live stream in the Railroad Spike group, if you would, please. So far, we're getting that in consolidated down. Forge weld stainless is extremely easy as long as you put it in an oxygen-free environment. So, say for instance, you want to do like a sand mine with stainless. Do your layers. You got to weld the seam all the way around, completely, 100% weld all the seams so oxygen can't get between those layers in the forge. If you do that and you've kept all oxygen out, it'll forge weld together just like any other thing. But if oxygen gets to it at all whatsoever, you might as well fucking throw it away because it ain't gonna work. It has to be a completely neutral atmosphere. See you, brother. Yes, I could have put attempting to forge a railroad spike out of nails. Yeah. Like I said, the only way to know you can't do it is if you try it. And if you tried it and failed, you still shouldn't say you can't do it. What Thomas Edison say? I didn't discover one way to make a light bulb. I discovered 10,000 ways not to. Turn the light off. Solid steel in there. It's just that the few on the outside that are being a pain in my ass. It's like everybody knows. The smaller it is, the harder it is to forge weld. I'm just going to proceed on. I'm going to dig with the outer ones because I know I got a solid core inside. And keep moving forward. What brand forge is that? That's homemade. That's a County Line Forge special right there. This thing's, oh, sorry, I'm not trying to make you guys drunk, but my damn stand's locking up or something. Causing it not to want to spin where I want it to. That's a homemade, I call it Tankenstein. It's a forced air 2 burner. It's a pretty damn neutral atmosphere inside, honestly. Tingle-matic 2000. Who kicked me in tunes out? Hopefully someone. There's a height limit for this ride. I don't know if he needs it. Yeah, I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina, born and raised. Yeah, I like it too. It's pretty good out here. North Carolina's my home, man. I'll always will. But right now, I wouldn't mind getting the hell out of it. Just because of how it's being handled with all this COVID and all this stuff. I bring the property value down. Damn, man. You know what? I wish your ass was inside that 6 blocks that Antifa took over, Ben. How about that? Hydrate. I'm not even that hot. Shit, I'm barely sweating. But I'll hydrate. Good old sweet tea. That's right. But you have to flick it so you can taste it. Well, I ain't got any salt on it, man. I haven't put any salt on it. Probably gonna taste pretty bland. Bourbon Day. Isn't every day a Bourbon Day? Happy Bourbon Day to you. Happy Bourbon Day to you. That has revealed all of our stragglers. See that solid core inside? It has revealed all of our stragglers. Right now, we're going to take the time and remove these bastards and see if we can get somewhere with this thing. I got a better tool for this. I'll be right back. I got some damn good snips I'm gonna go grab. All right. This feels like a Chandler Dickinson moment. Does that feel like that to anybody else? I feel like this is why everybody liked Chandler so much. Because he would do crazy shit like this. And no, it wouldn't fucking work hardly ever. But he would try. And maybe what he was trying to do didn't work, but he learned something from it that he could use on something else. And everybody beat him down all the time. And that's why he left. He got tired of all the bullshit naysayers. Okay. We got our outliers off there. Now let's see what we can do. That's right. If you ain't failing, you ain't trying. No, that was my uncle. Can't answer a damn phone call during a live stream yet. I'll call it back when it's over. Y'all know me. I'm a full-time smith. I make a living doing this. This failure doesn't dictate skills. It's quite contrary. Skills dictates the failure. The more you learn, the more you add your skill set, the less failure you have. I don't know what I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like Schrodinger's railroad spike. Back up the force well temperature. Have you made the same mistake twice, Chief? That's what's important. If you keep making the same mistake over and over and over, you got a problem. As long as you're not making the same mistakes over and over, you're doing all right. don't start this domino effect, nails popping off. They stay pressed together. I think once the outer ones started popping loose, the inner ones didn't have anything holding them in place, they started popping. So the closer I'm going, you can see the center of the billet is still red. It's solid. But if you know anything about forge welds, when you start forging them on a different plane, it can bust seams. And with me chasing all these bad ones, I'm messing up the good welds. So I think it's safe to say this is a failure. And I think it started from the very beginning because, see, I didn't have that point of the nail welded. I just welded the heads, and it held everything together in a tight bundle. I didn't take into consideration those little points still need to be secured, because once things start bending, the elder will start popping out. So I was the creature of my own demise. I was the master of my own doom, because that's something that I could have completely avoided at the beginning. And I didn't. That's my fault. Learn something. When you're doing this, do kind of like it's a cable. When you weld both ends of the cable, all ends, the end of every strand is secured. I didn't have the end of every strand basically secured. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Alright. That goes into the fail pile. I will be doing this again. You guys know I don't like to fail and then not try again, but I don't have any more nails today. But I'll have to go buy another box. That could be fun. I'm gonna get a big box. A real big box. Hey Mom, I hope you love me. Shit. Fit down there with you? She just tell her I said happy birthday. Yeah, Ben, you are pretty badass, but only have arm. I will have to say that for sure. Blowing goddamn lighter than white. She's in Charlotte. All right. The nails didn't weld up. The inside did, but chasing the outside was screwing up the welds on the inside, so it became a failure. But not because it's not possible, but because I made a fatal error at the very beginning by not making sure both ends of the nails were secured before I started trying to forge weld them. And you guys know how scaled up things work. Once they get real scaled up, they don't want to weld. So my next attempt, I will be making another attempt, because I am still standing beside the fact that this is totally possible, because I know it's possible. I mean, shit, they make swords out of little tiny pieces of iron, tomahawk and shit. They stack it up, make bars, stack those up, make more bars, and bigger till they have a billet. So I know that you take tiny shit and make whatever you want out of it. It's just, you've got to adhere to the processes. You've got to take every step, break it down, and do each step right. And I screwed up the very beginning by not securing both ends of the nail before I started. So like I said, even if I fail, I guarantee I'm gonna learn something. And that's how you have to be, you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely in a canister it'll be possible. But I think that's gonna take the fun away from it, because then anybody can put it in a canister, and take the chain off your bicycle and put it in a canister and make a billet. You know what I mean? The challenge and the fun of it is taking it without the canister and making it so, making it a billet without the canister. I think the next thing I'm going to do, I've got a friend with a blast cabinet. I'll just take a box of nails over there, because these weren't coated, but at the same time, I think they were, they're steel, but they had the golden color to them. But when you put them in acid, nothing comes off of them. It doesn't strip it down or anything like that. So what I think is, next time I'll take a whole box, stick them in a blast cabinet, and sandblast them with some media completely, and then stack them up. Yeah, it's got like this weird plastic coating on it that doesn't strip off with acid apparently. Because I soaked them all in acid. So you can use any kind of canister you want for canister Damascus. Just depends on if you want to take it off or not. If you have something, the right gas mix and a welder to weld stainless, then I suggest using a stainless steel canister just because, you know, it won't weld. Leave an air hole in there and the stainless won't weld to the rest of it, in the little pinhole. Uh, or you can take mild steel, coat the inside of it white out, let it completely dry. Don't pour the white out in there and then start adding steel while it's wet, because then the steel powdered steel mixes in with the white out and goes to the surface of the can, and it will not allow the white out to create that barrier. So coat the whole inside of the can, let it completely dry. Set it for an hour or two to the side. Let it completely dry before you start adding anything to it. Then you can add all the shit you want to it, as long as you put the lid on it and make sure the welds are solid and there's no air holes in there, and then you're perfect. But with stainless, I suggest putting a little pinhole in there just to let some of the gases out. Some people take and put like chili peppers, capsaicin and chili peppers, and the way they burn down absorbs all the oxygen inside the can that might be residual or left over from when you closed it up, and burned to completely nothing but carbon. So it doesn't create any kind of bad inclusions or shit in your steel, but it will absorb, it will consume all the oxygen. Same reason that you put, when you're doing crucible steel and you put charcoal down in it before you put the glass, the shards of glass on top. That way when it starts burning, while you're waiting on the steel, the puck, all the steel pieces you put in there to heat up and melt, the charcoal's burning and absorbing the oxygen that's inside there until that glass completely melts. Once that glass melts and creates that cap inside the crucible, there's no more oxygen coming in, and then the charcoal can completely consume whatever oxygen is left inside of it, and leave it an oxygen-free environment for everything to work properly. So that's what kind of the same concept of a dried up chili pepper is. You know what I'm saying? They'll take it and put it in there, and it will absorb all the oxygen out of the can that was left over. It's a good concept, and it works really well, as we're seeing it work. Shrap does some awesome shit with that. So if I can't weld the damn nails together and make a spike today, I can at least impart a little bit of knowledge on you, right? Doing what I can. So finished up a few knives yesterday. They're going out. I got 2 matching Hunters Kydex sheaths, little mini Hunters. It's for some young teens. It's their first knives. Micarta handles, Kydex sheath, belt clip, sheaths and belt clip, and then a pack carry sheath for a tracker. And I did this one in acid wash. I did an acid wash on the blade. I didn't do a high grit finish. I took it up to 400 grit. Then I did acid etch on it. You know, blue liners, peened over the pins. 600 grit finish on the micarta handle. Real tough blade. They just got to be sharpened and sent out. But this is my tracker right here. This is a really popular knife right now. And if you can do them right, get clean lines like such, you know, clean bevel lines, it helps sell, because a lot of people are, I've had several people come and tell me that this is the cleanest, my tracker that I make is the cleanest tracker they've ever seen. It's even cleaner than the one from the movies. A lot of, because there's so many different bevels. There's bevel here with saw teeth, you know, those are actual saw teeth, and they work very well. Then you have this big bevel. This is for skin and game, slicing, cutting. It's a really acute bevel, so really nice for slicing. But then you got this fat bevel here. That right there, with this undulation on the spine on top, is made for batoning. You hit that with a wooden baton, and this right here is a splitting edge. This bevel's made for splitting kindling, cutting, saplings, chopping saplings or whatever, things like that. So it's a multi-use field knife. Skinning, sawing, splitting, batoning to chop stuff, and it's made out of 3/16 steel. When you go with a tracker, you generally go with a thick steel. You don't want a thin blade because it's supposed to take abuse, so it is a thicker blade material than normal. This would be what I call a medium-sized tracker. The full size is about that much longer, and it's made out of 1/4-inch steel. So these are getting ready to go out. This lady ordered these along with another one that she's already received a while back, and I'm finally able to finish them up and get them out the door to her. I'm happy about that. They'll be going out tomorrow. Where's yours, Ben? Where's the money? You know where my PayPal is. That knife's $350 without the sheath. For you, I might do the sheath for free. You need a bin size? Yeah, the sheaths are really nice. Like this, I had to pull really hard to get that out. Just pull it straight up. I mean, to pull straight up, it's hard to get out. But with it on there and a slight twist to the right, pulls right out. Because it's got that lock right there where the ricasso of the blade, still got some stuff in there, where the ricasso grabs on. So a slight little tweak to the right, pulls right out. But when it's up in there and locked in, it doesn't want to come out of it. This is called Kydex. This is thermoplastic. You heat mold it to the blade. So it's molded specifically for each blade to where it will lock it in. And then buy these belt clips and all the different Kydex screws, and I can get orange, purple, pink, yellow, gold, brass, copper, stainless rivets, all different colors. Sometimes I take and lace paracord through here if they want a survival knife style, and I'll also have an attachment that bolts into these holes that holds like a ferro rod that I make, and I'll take like cool offcuts of different handle materials like the pine cone handle, all the offcuts, I'll stack them up, epoxy them together, clean them up, drill a hole, and epoxy a ferro rod down there, so you got a cool ass wood, handle for the ferro rod, and it'll have its own pocket that locks it in with the knife. And normally put it back here, something like that, or on the front. But it can be taken off or put back on because they have different bolts and stuff that you can use with the Kydex to bolt different attachments to it through the rivet eyes. So the fully encompassed package does come with the paracord, and it's got several laps of paracord on it to where you got like 6 or 8 feet, which is very, very useful when you take paracord apart, all the different strands out of it. You 6 or 8 feet times that, however many strands it is, you can get a lot of stuff tied up with it. It'll help tie up shelters, bundles, for the roofing, tarps, tie those up, tie back traps, things like that. You can saw stuff down with paracord if you know how to use it properly. So many different uses just to easily lap paracord through there and tie it off. And when they want to use it, they just untie it and unlace it out of there like a shoelace, and they've got all that paracord. And when they're done, they can put it back. So the fully loaded sheath comes with a lot more. This is just my basic Kydex sheath. And they all have different color, G10 spacers, liners on them. One of their kids liked blue, the other one likes red. You see the red liners. The red kind of gets darkened out because of the micarta, but you know what I'm saying? But you can see the red liners. Yeah, paracord is awesome stuff, man. Kydex is a thermoplastic. It's plastic. It's a heat plastic. You can heat it, mold it, and when it dries or when it cools down, super hard stuff. Really, really tough and durable. But I mean, you can ball it up into a ball and make a tiny little marble out of a whole sheet of Kydex when it's hot. So you make a Kydex press out of like some floor foam or whatever, some thick foam that it's not super stiff. That way, whenever you close it together, it'll mold, the foam will bend around this blade. And you stick, you make a press, put the bottom sheet on there, you heat the top sheet, you lay it on, and you close the press and clamp it down real tight around that, and it'll press that hot thermoplastic down around whatever you're trying to mold, and then let it cool for 5 or 10 minutes and undo it, and it'll be solid and in that shape, whatever shape you put it in. I mean, literally any shape you want. A fire poker wrapped in paracord, I don't think that's a good idea, Ben. That's unsafe. That paracord starts getting hot and melts on his hand, it'll burn the shit out of him. I think I would advise him against that. Just from a safety standpoint. I use a heat gun. Just get a regular old heat gun, like for doing vinyls and stickers and stuff like that, and heat it up, and you'll know when it's hot enough because it'll start moving. You can grab it and feel how flexible it is. Once it's flexible, and it's hot. I suggest, I don't have fingernails, but I suggest if you can't handle grabbing hot shit with your fingers, let your fingernails grow out. That way you can pinch it with the fingernails and pick it up and lay it where you want, because the shit's hot. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, it's hot. I don't like the fold over method unless it's a straight spine knife. If it's a clip point, drop point, recurve, any kind of curve, the fold over sucks, because when you have a knife with a curve, like this is a drop point, Hunter, it's not a clip because it's a curve down. A drop point means the spine gradually curves on the drop. Clip point means it comes out straight and it's a hard cut clip point, like on a buoy. But anyways, when you have a clip point or a recurve or something like that and your spine's not completely straight, when you fold that damn Kydex over and mold it, you got all this area in that back of that fold that's open and empty and useless. There's no point in it at all. So you waste a lot of Kydex on the fold over. The only time it works is if this is a totally, like a Sachs or something like that, a totally straight back knife where only the point is or a Tonto point, something like that, where the clip's the opposite direction. Chef's knife, no. I don't like the fold over for Kydex. It's just too. I think it just looks tacky sometimes. If you don't, I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a genius with Kydex or whatever. I can tell you what I know about it. I just lay it out, heat it up, lay it in place, clamp it down. And my Kydex press cost me like $5 to make, because I used when I had my old business doing landscaping, remodeling, fence, concrete work, and all that stuff. I had kneeling pads, the square kneeling pads that had the plastic bottom, the heavy-duty plastic bottom with the thick foam inlay, and the handles on the side where you can move them as you're kneeling and you're grinding concrete down with your hand if you got rough spots or whatever. I took the foam out of that and just used one of those, because I don't do that anymore. I don't do concrete and that shit. Don't need them. So I just took that foam, and it's like 1.5 inches thick. Cut it in half. Took a piece of plywood, cut it the same size as each half, stacked it up, and glued the foam to each piece of plywood, and then put hinges on it. Simple as that. And with the hinges on there, now I've got a Kydex press. It just opens up, comes together flush, and then it opens up with the padding on the inside, the foam on the inside, and I lay the stuff in there that I'm gonna mold and clamp it down, and just put, the Irwin quick grips or whatever they're called on there. Tighten it down, then put a C clamp on there and tighten it down really tight and let it cool off. Fold over from the top works nice for neck knives. What do you mean fold over from the top? Yep, 2 pieces on wood with foam and a hinge and a clamp. That's all you need. You can go and you can order a Kydex press, and they're badass and they last for a long time, and you probably get one for like $100. It's custom. It's It's a nice ass kit. I made mine because I didn't have the money to buy one at the time. Now I probably would go buy one if this one ever broke, just because I'd want different abilities with it. Like they have different things you can put in place in the Kydex press that for supports. Like I'm going on about the shit. If you want to buy one, that's totally cool. Oh, the fold is where the point is. You just talking about a little square sheet that the neck knife goes up in. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But you don't have to buy one. Use them as a liner. That's some expensive liner material, bro. Get G10 instead. It's way cheaper than Kydex. But yeah, Kydex is good if you do it right. You know, that's how people make pistol sheaths, holsters, and stuff. It's Kydex. You know, thermoplastic, really rigid holster material. I get mine off of eBay. I get them the defect sheets. It's way cheaper. You know, you'll get a whole sheet for a fraction of the cost because one corner was screwed up in the manufacturing of it. Cut that shit off and send it to me. So you go on eBay and you get the defect packets for like, I'd say a quarter of the cost of what you would from buying brand, you know, perfect Kydex from a company. Go check eBay for the defect sheets. Ask Alan Beasley on it on Facebook. He's the one that sent me the link where he gets his, and that's where I went, and it worked out great. You know, you can get all the different rivets for it, different colors. Different, you can use screws instead of rivets if you want. Different types of belt clips and attachments you can add to it. The sky's the limit with Kydex, man. It really is. Now, I will suggest the one thing you should buy is the rivet setter, the Kydex rivet setter. How do you attach the two sides? A rivet. See that ring in there? It's a Kydex rivet. And there's a little rivet setter that's about yay big. Basically, it's a piece of flat bar bent in a C with a hole in the top and the bottom. In the bottom, a tiny little anvil sits in there that supports this head of this rivet. You set your rivet in there. On that anvil, you stick the rivet up through the two pieces of Kydex, and then through the top hole, a little dowel, a mandrel comes down in there and goes inside the rivet, and it has a shoulder on the outside that creates this head. So it supports the inside, doesn't let it collapse. You slide it down in there, keep it between the anvils, and pop it with a mallet, and the mandrel on top domes the head of the rivet down for you like that. And that just clamps them together. You can use so many different types of eyelets, it's ridiculous, man. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like Kydex. I don't like it for Damascus. I will say that. I do not like Kydex for Damascus because it will wear on the blade. It will wear on the blade going in and out. Okay? It'll wear on it going in and out because the material's stiff. It's made to be stiff and rugged. You know, it's not like leather and soft against it. It's stiff. It's for a working knife. I don't recommend Kydex for my Damascus blades. I like leather. Yes, metal man. Love Kydex, but some knives just deserve a leather sheath. When you buy a knife that's supposed to not only function but be super pretty, you don't want something that's going to be rubbing on that fucking finish all the time. Every time you pull it in and out. You know, that's that abrasive. Mounted your Kydex rivet setter to your arbor press. Works great. I need an arbor press. They sell in arbor presses at Harbor Freight now. Not fly presses, arbor presses. And I'm thinking about getting one. $235 for a nice size arbor press, and that's all I need really. It's a short stroke, set rivets, and maybe for my touch marks. Leather is an art of its own. All right, guys, I'm done yapping. I'm getting the hell out of here. It's Sunday. Y'all want to go see my garden before I close this out? Because I got to go get my garden. Y'all want to see my garden? Huh? I'm getting ready to close this out. Let's see here. I'm going to flip this screen around. All right, here's my squash garden. That one's got some zucchinis on there coming on. I've already picked a little bit of them. This one's got a few nice squash down in there. Gotta go get. I have to come and get them. There's more zucchinis there. This right here is my cucumbers. They're starting to climb now, so they'll put off soon. Got a nice big old fat yellow one right there. This right here is butternut squash. Climbing up this trellis. You see the little butternut squash coming on right there. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Ooh, look at that big old fat zucchini. Gotta get that off there. That one's ready to go today. Can't let it get no bigger than that to start getting seedy and tough. Now that's just my squash garden. Here's my corn. It's starting to put off some corn. Got my sunflowers, they're getting ready to bloom open. I got sunflowers all the way around it to help attract the bees, so everything pollinates real nice. Oh, I still got my peppers. Let's go look at them. Yeah. I'm thinking about selling some super hot plants. I've got too many to grow effectively anyways. Here's my little door. Keeps the critters out. And it makes it where my kids can come in. I just slide it open. Got my tomatoes here. We picked some nice green tomatoes yesterday. We let the little ones on there, let them ripen. But you see my peppers in here. Those are my super hots. My garlic. I still got about 2 dozen pepper plants that I gotta find a row to put them in. These peppers in this down here, or not peppers, tomatoes down here is garlic. I got some real nice garlic growing down here. Okay, and this one's about ready. This is garlic underneath and in the back too. And I got that garlic in the front there. These tomato plants came from seeds from last year. And the ones that are staked up already having tomatoes are plants that I bought. So these are all heirloom seeds here. I got my carrots over here. Bunch of carrots in there. Got me a row of okra. I had a few issues with my okra where I lost 2 of them. 3 of them. And I got another row of okra over there. I planted some extra, but it's starting to come on. More tomatoes here. And another tomato plant there. And then here's some more butternuts, cucumbers, and made this trellis with the wife, and you can start climbing up there. You see, it's climbing up. And here's my green beans. This thing's getting tons of green beans on it. Now time to pick some. I'm gonna let them go another couple days. I'd like to get me a nice mess. Got a whole row of green beans there. Bush beans, not string beans, got bush beans. So, yeah, garden's doing well. But these peppers I've got, let's see, this is what we call a paisano. These 2 right here. Hush, girl, I'm talking. Don't interrupt me. Hey. Shh. Hey, yes, you wait till I turn my back. You like Smokey. I shut up when he here, but when he leave, I be talking again. No, these are pumpkin habaneros. These two are lightning yellow habanero. And these two are paisanos. Now I've got about 2 dozen other uh, plants about this size in cups up on the back porch. Yeah, deer definitely love ochre. That's why I've got a fence around the garden. So far, they haven't bothered it. Plus, I've got some predator piss spread around it too that keeps the animals away. So there we go, folks. You got you a look at my garden. So I'm not just a useless blacksmith. I can grow stuff too. Shit ever hits the fan. What search word for eBay? I don't know. Alan Beasley on Facebook sent me the link to the eBay shop so I just clicked on it, but it was defective bundles, you know, store rejects, you know, manufacturer rejects, things like that don't pass quality control because they've got a screwed up corner of the piece of Kydex. You know, if it don't come out perfect, pristine all the way, it's a reject. I need a scarecrow. I am scared. Shit, I walk out there a couple times a day. It keeps everything away. Look at this. We got to talk to your chickens. You talking about that I brought home from Vegas? I didn't bring anything home from Vegas that I could bring on the airplane legally. What are you talking about? No. You talking about the gummy bear from Gatlinburg? Is that what you're talking about, Mom? The gummy bear from Gatlinburg? The hot pepper. I didn't bring a hot pepper home from Vegas, did I? The gummy bear. No, I ain't ate it because I ain't got anybody else that's got the balls to eat one with me. And that ain't something you can surprise someone with, you know. I can't just prank them with something like that. That's 9 million Scoville. Holy shit. That's ass whooping worthy right there. If somebody did that to me, just so you know. I can't. So I ain't found anybody that's got the balls to actually eat one. Ben says he will if I send it to him, but I think he'll claim it got lost in the mail. I'm not stupid. That'll light us up. I don't think anybody's dumb enough to eat one of those with me. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I've got to go and get. I gotta go get some squash stuff off of there. And start doing some canning soon. Yes, God, don't give Sully anything hot unless he's wearing gloves. Yes, you ain't never heard nothing funny till you hear a grown man holler from inside of a porta john after eating hot shit. I'll tell you what. All right, y'all. Peace.